so you don't get to dodge it either. At this point, what would you say your understanding is of the job of a city council person? What's the job? When you get elected, what are you sent to do?
I am sent to, first of all, represent the persons in the community. And also, there are issues that need to be decided about our community, directions that we're going to go, decisions that we will make. And I think one of the biggest responsibilities for a council person coming in is to really research and understand the issues. And I've spent some time talking to different people since I applied to be a candidate in the community, made appointments and talked to them about various different things. And I just think that it's important that myself go in and really look at what the council has done, the path that they're on, what they have done, what they're looking to do in the future, and really research and understand the critical pieces of what is going on, and before any solid decisions are made.
So you're a home worker kind of person? I mean, you do,
yes.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
With all the things going on in your life, why did you decide to run for the city council? Add another thing to the list there, Patricia.
Well, when Sarah Bristol left, I actually applied for her position. I was one of 13 candidates, and I was one of 6 interviewed. I was not appointed, but I did ask to be appointed to the City Planning Commission because I wanted to be more informed about city government. And I've worked on the Planning Commission for over a year now. It's been a fabulous experience, and I think I can bring that experience into the City Council as well.
Well, let's talk about experience. Clearly, with the variety of experiences that you've had from serving the public through mental health and through physical health at the Y and all, what particular skills and abilities do you possess that you think would help make you an effective council member?
Well, first of all, I'm dedicated to the things I commit myself to doing. I follow through with those things. I view myself and believe that people who know me well would tell you the same. I'm a person of high integrity, and I am a good communicator. I listen, and I'm willing to discuss things. I also believe that in the many capacities in which I have volunteered in the community, I have developed some significant leadership skills, and I think that those skills, the communication skills, leadership skills, and just experience in volunteer work are things that I will bring into the council.
All right. Lance Termy?
Yeah.
I know what your answer would be to this.
Yeah, you know it. What?
I'm close to White Pass. Come on.
Yeah, quite simply. What's the best thing about Yakima?
Oh, gosh, there are just too many things to list.
But close to White Pass, I already got that one covered.
We'll let you go up to 5. Let's go with that. So,
first of all, I think that we have a fabulous quality of life here. We have access to so many things in our community and around our community. Everything from sports to arts to opportunity for youth and increasing opportunity for youth with the new YMCA facility and the pool facility coming in and the Sozo Sports Center coming in. And also, you may be aware that I was on the All-America City delegates for the last 2 years. And involved in that, began to understand even more than I had the amount of opportunity in our community to really reach out to youth who are at risk or just need some help along the way. And I think that our city I think we need to continue to move forward and look for more opportunity, but I think we're doing a great job of that.
Well said. Then there's the other side of the coin.
Yeah.
We're too far from, what is it, Telluride? What's the other ski place that you'd want to be, Lance? Park City? What? Giving Lance
Any of the above. Any of the above in Utah or Colorado.
There are challenges with every community, and so I guess your assessment going into a job like City Council, the things you want to continue to promote and push forward, those areas that will need some extra attention and work, the problem areas. What do you say is the biggest challenges facing our city?
I think that, and I think that the council has been moving in a good direction. I think some of the challenges are ongoing economic development for our community, for it to be everything it can be. We have, we've done some great things. I think we're on a good path, and I think we need, to continue on that path and continue to look for those opportunities. I think the quality of life that we have here is one of the opportunities that we offer people looking at our community. But also, we just need to have things that not only enhance the quality of life for our residents, but are attractive for other people coming in looking to establish business here. I think that also the city has started on a path, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done with the infrastructure, and we need to continue on that, and that's for the benefit, of the people of Yakima that we do that.
Patricia, some things are already in motion. That some people would say definitely would benefit the city of Yakima and the people in it. And let's talk about those. First of all, your take on the proposed plaza downtown.
I think, first, I will just say that I am in favor of the plaza. I have people, I've talked to many people about that, and there's a lot of different views. I think that it is a piece of the larger picture of economic development for our community. I think it will enhance the downtown. I think it will give people who enjoy being downtown, whether they are working there or playing there, or eating there, visiting there, an opportunity to use the plaza as a community. But I also think it's an attraction, an increase in the quality of life for people looking to come into Yakima.
How about the ban on recreational marijuana sales? How do you feel about that? That
is an issue that I would not favor lifting the ban.
Okay, right. Yeah. Would you keep the ban or would you repeal the ban?
Right. Yeah. Okay. Public art. How do you feel about public art?
I think public art is great. I do. I think, again, we're talking about quality of life issues for the art to be out there in the public for people to see. And I think people have, a couple things in mind. They look at, like, for the Millennial Plaza, for example, or the larger piece in front of the Larson Building, and Transcendence, I think it's called. I love that. Mm-hmm. But there are so many little pockets of it all over our city, little places downtown and other places where we have pieces of art right in our community, and I think it's great. We need to have more of that.
KIT News Time is 8:52. We are talking with Patricia Byers. She is a candidate for District 3 for the Yakima City Council. And how do you feel about public safety? A lot of people concerned about public safety, and especially when we try to, with the economic development and trying to get more people downtown. Still hear a lot of people about concern about public safety downtown. How do you feel about that? What do you think needs to improve, change, if anything?
Well, first of all, I want to say that I think that the Yakima Police Department has done an outstanding job. We have bicycle patrols downtown now. We have a lot more police vehicles just around the community because each one of them has their own vehicle to drive home. And I know that some of them, even off duty, coming to or from work, have taken care of things they would not otherwise have been able to take care of because they've been in the car and ready to go to work, even though they weren't on duty yet. And and there are a second gang unit brought in. I know that there's cross-training with the FBI and some others, and one of the advantages of that is not only, cross-training for our officers, but be able to take felony crimes and expedite them in the court system and not have them hang around here. So I think they're doing a great job. And statistically, crime is down by 20%. So you have to look at the facts. I think we have perceptions about things, and I think we need to continue to educate ourselves and the community about fact versus perception.
Now, as a retired mental health professional, that's the psychology of that. This isn't a question we've asked other people, but I'm asking you because I want to take advantage of your background, and that's a tricky thing to do, to change people's perceptions. A lot of times they're based on emotion and not on fact or logic. How do that's one of the biggest challenges I thought that the council had, was to try to get people on board with the reality of our circumstance, that we're better than we think we are. Everybody who comes through here reaches that same conclusion. We got an inferiority complex, that this is a much cooler place than the locals seem to think. Any thoughts on how we go about doing that? I mean, we bring home the All-America City Award.
Yeah.
And what bathes social media is just snarkiness. And it's
how did that happen?
Yeah. On a town with our crime rate, I want to recount. All of that stuff goes down. Is there any way to undo some of that, to get people's perceptions changed to reality?
Well, the one thing is when people come in with some negative comments is I ignore them, because I know what my perception is, but I also know what the facts are. And I think that, like in working with people for a period of time in counseling, just the continual gentle challenging of, well, you're saying that you feel this way. What if I shared this with you? Would that help you feel any different?
Mm-hmm.
Would that help you look at things differently? Just continually putting some rational thought and facts into this whatever situation they're dealing with.
Sure.
And talking about the difference between feelings and thinking.
What would Dr. Laura say about feelings, Lance? Remember Dr. Laura? She would say, the tyranny of feelings, man. Feelings can change in a moment. You could be high one moment, crashed the next. Your feelings can change with the wind. That's why you can't let that be what drives you first. You've got to go by facts and common sense and logic and start down the right path, and your feelings will follow. If you wait for feelings to lead, you may never go. Am I all on track there? Dr. Byers. So if Dr. Lawyers isn't here, we'll talk. We'll give you that position.
Dr. Byers.
All right. Well, we know that you had sought counsel before, and you were one of the very bright candidates that applied for the position that did go to Ditmar, and we were delighted that you went on to Planning Commission. So chances are you would have run, I guess, as we're asking people if they would have run if it weren't for the ACLU case, and what do you know about the future based on the ACLU case, and what if you pursued the appeal? So that's kind of how we wrap up our portion of this. So would you have run anyway if there hadn't been
Yes, I would have.
Yeah. Okay. We're still on appeal with the Ninth Circuit, waiting to watch what happens in Texas. Do you have a sense for what that's all about?
I do understand what that's about. And one of the things that in talking with some other candidates, when all of the issue came up and people were kind of disconcerted by what would happen, is that the decisions now lie with the court. And so what the court decides, we will work with. And so just run your campaign, and that's what I've done. Right.
Well, and it's kind of awkward in that the existing council's position is if we prevail at court, it undoes what you're doing.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So it's like anybody who cheers for a favorable ruling in the Supreme Court basically is voting to undo what we're in the midst of doing. So, I mean, that's an awkward deal. But since we can't control that, and since we don't know that, like you said, do what you're going to do. Set your campaign. Be the best representative you could be. Nobody knows exactly how things are going to shake out, and let the chips fall where they may, but put yourself out there and stand for what you stand for and do your thing.
Yes.
You're an impressive woman, Patricia Byers. Your background and your participation in things in this community, I think, will serve you well in your candidacy. We wish you the best of good luck.
Thank you very much.
In the event that you move on, we'd love to have you back for more questions, follow-ups, and all that sort of stuff. But I think Yakima gets a pretty good snapshot of who you are with the ballots going out this week. Between our interview with you and the newspaper and people's chance to see you just in your time in the community, they have a pretty good measure of you, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, and I plan to be back. So
there you go.
Good morning.
Confidence. Love it.
I like that.
Patricia Byers, thank you so much.
Thanks, Patricia. All right, 8:58.
We're out of time, Lance Termy.
Okay, good day.
Make it a great day.
You too.